Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a set of voicings for a 2-5-1 sequence with a couple of variations. This is a set of voicings that I really like and I use quite a lot when playing solo, so I thought I'd share them with you. So we're going to start with our 2 chord in the key of C major, and we're going to play a D minor 9 chord with this voicing. So we have root and third in the left hand, and the right hand plays 7, 9 and 5. So that's a D minor 9. Then for our 5 chord, the G7, we're going to switch to root and 7 in the left hand. And the right hand, all we need to do is move the C down a half step to a B, and that leaves us with a G13. So our right hand here is playing the 3rd, the 6th or the 13th and the 9th, so that's a G13. And then lastly, moving down to the 1 chord, we're going to be moving to a C6/9 chord. So the left hand moves back to a root and 3, and the right hand, this shape here, we move everything down 1 whole step, and that leaves us with the 6th, the 9th and the 5th. So that's a C6/9. So here's how it sounds all together. So next we're going to be looking at a couple of variations of this sequence. The first variation is going to be using a tritone substitution. So instead of a G7, we're going to be using a D flat 7. So we're going to start with the same D minor 9 voicing as before. And now all the notes are going to be the same as before, except the G in the left hand is going to be playing a D flat. So now the left hand is playing root and third of a D flat 7, and now that leaves us with the right hand playing the 7th, the sharp 9 and the sharp 5 of a D flat 7. So that's leaving us with a D flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. And then lastly we use the same C6/9 voicing as we did before. So here's how that sounds all together. The next variation of this is going to be using a couple of altered notes on the dominant chord. So we start with the same D minor 9 voicing that we had in the first 2 examples. Now if we play our G13 as before, what we're going to do here is flatten the 13th and flatten the 9th. So that leaves us with a G7, flat 13, flat 9. And then lastly, we move to the same C6/9 voicing that we had before. So here's how that sounds all together. So this one works really well because the top part of all of these chords has a nice chromatic movement downwards, which creates a really smooth sound. So let's have a look at these voicings in a different key now. So we'll try it in the key of E flat. So we're going to be starting with our F minor 9, so root and third in the left, and 7, 9 and 5 in the right. Left hand switches to root and 7 for the 5 chord, and then the right hand just moves the 7th from the previous chord down 1 half step to leave us with a B flat 13, and then we switch back to root and third in the left for the 1 chord, and everything in the right hand moves down 1 whole step to leave us with the E flat 6/9 chord. And now with the tritone substitution, so we have F minor 9 as before, then we have an E7 with a sharp 9 and a sharp 5, and then E flat 6/9. And then lastly with the altered notes on the dominant chord, so we have F minor 9, then B flat 7 with a flat 13 and a flat 9, and lastly E flat 6/9 as we had before. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed practicing these voicings, and I hope they can add something to your jazz piano playing. So thanks very much for watching.